name is General. If you are new here, if today is your first time here, this is a channel dedicated to bringing you all the latest sports updates around the world of football. And so if you are new here, please do subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, share this video, and most importantly, put out some post notification by clicking on the notification icon. This particular news is about Chelsea. This is a breaking news that happened here on Monday afternoon. Yes, and news in United States, Chelsea have been handed a 1-year transfer ban, which has been suspended for 2 years, and also a 9 months transfer ban on their academy team. And so basically, for the next 1 year, for 1 year, Chelsea cannot sign any player into their first team. So currently, the players that Chelsea is having, they have to keep all those players till when the ban will be lifted from them. And then also, they cannot bring in any player to come and add up to their current squad. I'm talking about the first team. They cannot also sell any player out from the first team. Currently, academy, they cannot bring any academy player to come and play for the first team, or send a player to the academy to go and play for the academy, or even sell players from their academy to different academy or to different clubs. That is the banner, the Premier League, Eddie Ama Chelsea Football Club. And so if someone is watching me, the person will ask, what is the reason why the Premier League board added this particular ban, Eddie Ama Chelsea? If we can all go back into our history books, we can all remember that this is not the first time I did transfer ban to Chelsea. So during Frank Lampard's, I think, was it his first time at Chelsea or his second time, Chelsea were given a transfer ban. I think somewhere 2018. That was the time Chelsea Eddie Reece James any Trevor Chalobah any other youth players free their academy side the likes of Mason Mount into their first team, because during that ban, the ban was on their first team. So Chelsea were not able to sign players for 2 years. They were not able to sell players for 2 years. And so they had to manage and keep the product at that time. And Frank Lampard did well at that time by promoting some of these academic graduates into the first team. And those guys, when they came in, they were fantastic for Chelsea. They were playing so well. Mason Mount was one of those players on promoting about Chelsea first minimum those years. And then Reece James was part of those academy boys. Recently, he extended his contract at Chelsea for the next 6 years. And some other guys are introduced about their first team. And those players went ahead to win the Champions League in 2021. And so this is not the first time Chelsea had a transfer ban. So back to this year's issue, someone will ask, say, what is the reason why and I'm so the Premier League board added this particular ban at Chelsea. So the whole issue stems between the year 2011 and then 2018. So within a span of 7 years, Premier League board conducted this particular investigations into how Chelsea is managing their financial obligation as a club in England. The board or the EPL they have, like, if you're a club in England, you're supposed to follow certain criteria. Send a bear, team no, a cabo ember, mistakes, be so they are laid down procedures that every club has to follow. And according to the Premier League board, between 2011 and 2018, Chelsea, that time, the owner was Roman Abramovic. He was the owner of Chelsea at that time. And so this transfer ban free the current owners of Chelsea. I'm talking about Todd Bowley and the Blue Co companies. They are not responsible for this transfer ban at Chelsea for This transfer ban stems from 2011 and 2018. So it was during the era of Roman Abramovic, in the time, and I almost caused this financial misconduct, and I'm in the Chelsea Omonia transfer ban. So the whole issue is that they have been fined about £10.75 million to pay to the Premier League board for breaching Premier League rules related to financial reporting, third-party investment and youth development during the Roman Abramovic era. The club have also received an immediate 9-month academy transfer ban plus a 1-year first team ban suspended for 2 years. And so the whole issue is that between those years, 2011 and 2018, Chelsea team, almost financial obligations, they couldn't fulfill them because you cannot spend what you don't have. So you need to spend within your means. And Chelsea, between those 7 years, they spent some money, sir. Nascano, and yes, I always spend it, but they spent those monies. Secondly, third-party investment. Some of the clubs, the owners can go and like open maybe different companies. They can open like different companies, and then they'll be using the monies that they get from either Chelsea to sponsor those companies, or they can be using those monies that they get from the third-party companies to come and sponsor their clubs. That is what most of these clubs in Europe do. And the Premier League and FIFA and UEFA, all the football bodies, you have to fund. If you are owning Chelsea, fund Chelsea by using the benefiting for free Chelsea Football Club. You cannot engage yourself in other activities and the issues. And so these are some of the reasons why Chelsea and the Premier League board are banning. And so the reason is that when they sold Chelsea to this blue coal company, Todd Bowley and then when they bought Chelsea, that was where they went through the books of Chelsea. That was where they realized that the former owners, that is Roman Abramovic, committed all these errors at Chelsea. And so they reported the issue themselves to UEFA and FIFA. Say, Chelsea team, these are the issues on where they Chelsea Football Club. So the current owners of Chelsea reported the issue to UEFA and the Premier League board themselves. Then they conducted investigations, and now at the end about Chelsea, they have been handed a 1-year transfer ban for the first team and a 9-month transfer ban for the academy team. It is starting now. And so Chelsea are lucky that the current owners, when they bought Chelsea, where all those players that they signed, their contracts were like 6 years, 7 years, 5 years, 8 years. And so they have a long-term contract. Even if Chelsea are not able to sign players for the next 1 year, I don't think they are going to be in trouble because they have, they have arguably a good squad. Because where players want their contract over, it be 7 years, 8 years, and all of that. So they can rely on their current squad to play for next season. You see, and so that is how the situation is currently at Chelsea.
£10.75 million by the Premier League. And they've also been given a 1-year transfer ban, which is suspended for 2 years. On top of that, Chelsea have also been given a 9-month academy transfer ban. Now, the Premier League have been investigating secret payments which were made by Chelsea between 2011 and 2018. So these are historic rule breaches. They did not happen under the club's present American owners. The transactions came to light during the due diligence process when the new American owners bought the club in 2022. The new owners self-reported the irregularities to the Premier League, the Football Association, and also UEFA. Now, back in July 2023, Chelsea reached a settlement with UEFA, which meant that they were fined €10 million for incomplete financial reporting by the previous owners in 2018 and 2019. We believe at least 6 suspect payments to offshore companies connected to transfers were identified. So this is all to do with payments which were made off the books to agents, for instance, and other people connected with transfers under Chelsea's previous ownership. The 7-figure payments were not in the accounts which the club submitted to the football authorities at the time. Now, all clubs have to provide the FA and Premier League accurate financial information every year. And the same applies for UEFA if clubs are playing in their competitions. Now, obviously, if Chelsea's previous owners were making these secret payments off the books, then the financial information which they were supplying to the football authorities were not complete, because they were not admitting that they'd made these payments because the payments were secret. So the bottom line is that the Premier League have carried out a full investigation. Chelsea have been fined £10 million for the payments connected to first-team players, and they've also been fined a further £750,000 to do with irregularities over signing of academy players. So the bottom line is that Chelsea have been fined £10.75 million in total by the Premier League, and this one-year transfer ban, I mean, that would be very, very serious, and that would have a big effect on Chelsea's first team. But the really important thing is that it is suspended for 2 years. So Chelsea will still be able to sign players in the summer and also the next winter window, of course, as long as they don't do anything wrong. And I think
So Chelsea, they are in trouble. Yes, they are in a very, very big trouble. But as I said, the players that they have currently can hold the team, though their performance in the Premier League is not going on well, because some of that things are 7 goals a day. They are struggling to even enter the top 4, of which I don't think they can enter. Chelsea cannot play the Champions League next season. I think they have to go and fight for the Europa League or the Conference League, because they cannot be in the top 4. Manchester United is on form. Michael Carrick is working. And so Chelsea currently, they have a whole lot of issues to deal with. And verdict in the current owners of Chelsea are saying they are not going to appeal the banner area, but because they believe that the former owners were at fault, and so they are not going to do any appeal. They are going to accept the ban and then deal with the situation currently until the ban be lifted somewhere next year. And so that is how things are going on at Chelsea currently. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League a little bit, and then I end this particular episode. Now, the Champions League, the second leg in the round of 16 will be coming off tomorrow on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we are going to play the second legs of the Champions League. After say about first leg now, the EPL teams, the second legs are going to take place. Chelsea lost by 5-2, Tottenham lost by 5-2, Liverpool lost by 1-0. Like, they all lost their games. Manchester City lost by 3-0. My main focus will be on the Manchester City game against Real Madrid at the Etihad, because first leg, Madrid, if we need 3-0, they could have won 4, but Vinny Jr. missed a penalty. I've seen conversations on the internet. Some people are saying that, oh, City is going to eliminate Real Madrid or Manchester Madrid 4-0, 3-0, won't win to be. Are you really sure? Though this Madrid team is not in a perfect state or in like their best ever form, but I don't think Manchester City can eliminate Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe is back. Jude Bellingham is back. Alvaro Carreras is back. All these guys are back into the squad. They were part of the team of travel Echo Etihad Manchester. Now, one history that Real Madrid holds in the Champions League, a year very difficult to break, is that whenever they lead by 3 or more goals in any first leg in the knockout phase, it will be, they have never been eliminated before by taking a 3-goal lead, a 4-goal lead in the first leg. Let's say you are playing with them in the round of 16 in the quarterfinal, semi-final stage. When they take a 3-0 lead or more than 3-goal lead in a first leg, you cannot eliminate Real Madrid from the knockout phase. If I say first leg, I will share Man City by 3-0. Omo share team be 3-0 and 4-0 and 5. Our first league, they've won 35 games out of 35. in all of those times, automatically a 3 or more goal lead in the first leg. They have always qualified to the next stage. And so I don't think City can eliminate Real Madrid. If they score 4 goals, Madrid will score 2 goals. That is how things are going to be on Tuesday night. Mark my words. Madrid is going to qualify ahead of Manchester City. You can't remontada. Madrid near you. You can't say remontada. Real Madrid. Apart from them, no other team in football in Champions League does it better than Real Madrid. Senkaibia Madrid share 2-0 in the first league. We would have said that City can eliminate them. But in all of the 35 times Alma qualify from the knockout stage, when they take a 3 or more goal lead in the first league, bro, you can never eliminate the Los Blancos from the Champions League. And so on Tuesday night, we are going to witness an amazing game. Other games will be coming on. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge will be facing Paris Saint-Germain after the first leg, Kulusu by 5 goals to 2. They will be staying at home to play against Paris Saint-Germain. Esteva Willian is back into the squad. He can be, or he can have some time in the second leg at the Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge, they are in trouble. And so Mankasan, they are crying. They are crying because the transfer ban out to so. And so these are some of the news trending in the world of football. My name is General. This is the Punch. Please subscribe to this channel for us. Leave us a comment. Share our video. Yes, leave us a comment. Put us on post notification. Please and please subscribe to the channel. Share our videos. Leave us a comment and put us on post notification by clicking on the notification icon. I'll see you in our next episode. I'm out.